Welcome to MassBioEd's 5th Annual Champions for Biotechnology Education Awards reception. My name is Sunny Schwartz, and I am the Executive Director of MassBioEd. Tonight, we shine a light on the exceptional work done in the community to advance biotechnology education in Massachusetts. We are excited to honor this year's champions for their work in inspiring students to pursue studies and careers in the life sciences. Tonight, we honor our awardees: Biogen, the champion organization; Sarah Goldberg of New Mission High School, the Henry A. Tamier Educator of the Year; East Boston High School, the Joshua Boger Innovative School of the Year. And this year, we are also proud to be awarding the first Henry A. Tamier Student Scholarship to Camilla Wendorf, who transferred this fall from Mass Bay Community College to Framingham State University. You will hear about our fantastic awardees and their accomplishments. I would like to give a huge thank you to all of our sponsors for their generous support of MassBioEd, which makes this event possible. Our host sponsors, Biogen and Sanofi Genzyme; our presenting sponsors, Alnylam Pharmaceuticals and Takeda; and all of our other wonderful and generous sponsors. Also, we couldn't do the work we do without our corporate funders. Thank you to our partners who fund our programs all year long. You are critical to the success of our programs. Thank you. For those of you less familiar with us, we were founded by the Massachusetts Biotechnology Council 19 years ago. Our mission is to build and sustain a talented and diverse life sciences workforce. We do this through programs that support the up-and-coming and current workforce. First, we educate the emerging workforce of middle and high school students through teacher training and mentoring, curriculum development and equipment grants, so that teachers can inspire and engage students through authentic, inquiry-based lab activities. Second, we support the imminent workforce of college students and adults seeking to enter the life sciences by providing career exploration events and information sharing to illuminate pathways to careers in the industry. And in 2021, we will launch a life sciences registered apprenticeship program that will enable non-traditional pathways into the industry, particularly for historically underrepresented populations. Third, we train the incumbent workforce through technical and soft skills training that help professionals build critical skills for needed success. We also provide labor market data to serve as an effective guide on the talent and workforce needs for the industry. This past school year, we trained over 150 teachers from over 85 schools through free professional development workshops. Over 90% reported implementing labs for their classrooms. We impacted over 10,500 students through hands-on lab-based activities. And more than 900 students from 25 schools participated in our college and career exploration events. Over 85% of them reported an increased interest in pursuing biotechnology in college. And 370 individuals read our free Massachusetts Life Sciences Employment Outlook. We all know that this year has been devastating for many of us as we face the biggest health crisis in a century. And it is important that we continue to work together to ensure our industry and educators are supported as they work to meet the demands of patients and students in our communities. I am very proud of our team's dedication to adapting our programs to reach a variety of learners virtually. Our BioTeach team pivoted quickly to bring critical professional development to teachers online, including mailing the lab equipment out to teachers participating in professional development workshops.
I'm partially responsible for. Please go join them, join these communities.
So you can give your students something like this. Okay, I've got this past week and yeast is readily available.
What you can do is, if you document, we keep making edits based on.
Our BioTalent team partnered with colleges and companies to expand our Career Ambassador program, where professionals talk with students about their own careers and opportunities in the life sciences in general.
So that's good. The audience is very engaged. I know we have only a short time, so we'll try to get through 2 or 3.
There's potentially a light at the end of the tunnel for you.
The measurement's really easy. So it was a quarter of a cup, a half.
We learned that we can expand our reach to more individuals remotely, but more importantly, that we can continue to have a real impact on students and teachers, even during these difficult times. It is only with your support that we can continue and expand our work in providing educational opportunities across diverse communities, which are critical to achieving equity, particularly during a time when resources have dwindled and demand has increased. Your donation will impact our program in the following important ways. $1,000 pays for a student set of biotechnology equipment to perform gel electrophoresis. $500 donation provides 50 students with a career exploration event at a college or biotechnology company. $250 covers the cost of lab kits for a class of 25 students. $100 buys a set of micropipettes for a student, and $50 pays the stipend for one teacher to attend a training workshop. If you donate $100 or more, we will send you a thank you package that includes a MassBioEd mask that says Life Sciences Saves Lives, mints in test tube containers from Fisher Scientific, and an awesome water bottle from Coriolis and MassBioEd. And if you donate $500 or more, you will receive the same package, including 3 masks, plus a UV light phone sanitizer from Coriolis and MassBioEd, which allows you to clean your phone, sunglasses, wallet, credit card, anything you put in it. It has 2 modes, a quick 90-second clean and a 5-minute deep clean mode. I would like to share a quote from a teacher we worked with in June of this year. Connecting with MassBioEd staff and other BioTeach teachers is honestly always the most useful component of BioTeach professional development. It was excellent to test materials before deciding to implement them into my own curriculum, and I am so appreciative that you somehow made that happen in our homes. Your contribution supports MassBioEd's programs that create avenues for an ever-expanding diversity of students and adults to gain entry to prosperous careers in our industry. There are excellent silent auction items to bid on, and we invite you to make a donation so we can engage tens of thousands of more students in exploring science and science careers. I look forward to continuing our work together in building and sustaining a skilled life sciences workforce. It is my pleasure now to turn it over to the chair of MassBioEd's Board of Directors and Vice President and General Manager of Viral Vector Services at Thermo Fisher Scientific, Chris Murphy.
I want to join Sunny in welcoming you to MassBioEd's Champions Reception. We are so delighted that you have taken the time to join us this evening. I want to thank Sunny and the whole team of MassBioEd for the work they have done this year, especially the quick and remarkable shift in light of the COVID pandemic. As board chair, I couldn't be prouder of the work MassBioEd has done to educate the next generation of life scientists. Before we get to presenting the awards this evening, I am so excited to let you know how MassBioEd will pivot next year and in the years to come to meet the moment. MassBioEd has explicitly added to our mission of focus on diversifying the workforce. As our country is in the midst of calls for racial justice, MassBioEd must do our part. We recognize that educational opportunities can level the playing field. Thus, we reaffirm our commitment to creating avenues to new and diverse populations to have prosperous careers in the life sciences. 2 concrete ways we plan to do this. First, MassBioEd is planning to launch the first in the country life sciences apprenticeship program in 2021. The apprenticeship program will provide an accelerated pathway for non-traditional candidates to enter life sciences careers. Targeted technical training driven by industry needs combined with on-the-job training will provide well-trained and diverse talent in the industry for hard-to-fill jobs, saving companies money and time in recruitment and screening costs. Second, MassBioEd is expanding our Access program and focusing our efforts on underserved communities. Access is a program of our BioTeach arm and stands for Aligned Curricular and Career Experiences in Secondary Science. Access is a program in school districts working with all middle and high school biology teachers and students. MassBioEd provides teacher training, alignment of curriculum across middle and high school, and direct student programming in both science and career information. To have maximum impact, we will have multiple touch points throughout the year with students, positioning them for high school internships and success in college. In this school year, 2020-2021, we will double the number of students in the Access program, and by 2023, we plan to quadruple the number. Our expansion of Access is focused on underserved, high-needs school districts. There is no doubt MassBioEd's work is more important now than ever. The importance of innovation in the life sciences has never before been so obvious to so many, and we need a well-trained and diverse workforce to drive the critical work of developing diagnostics, treatments, and vaccines, not just for COVID, but for all the diseases and ailments we work on in this industry every day. I want to thank my fellow board members for their commitment to MassBioEd, thank the dedicated and hardworking staff, and thank you for joining us to celebrate the heroes and champions of biotechnology education. Next, I'd like to introduce Senator Boncouree and Representative Maduro, who will present the Champion School Award and Josh Boger Innovative School of the Year. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Senator Boncouree, and I represent East Boston in the Massachusetts Senate. And I'm also the chair of the Biotech Caucus in the Massachusetts Legislature. I'm here today with Representative Adrian Maduro, and we are proud to award the MassBioEd Joshua Boger Innovative School of the Year Award to East Boston High School. The Joshua Boger Innovative School of the Year Award was established in 2009 to recognize a biotech high school that has distinguished itself through exemplary educational programming in life sciences. Biotech, as many of you know, is MassBioEd's flagship program that supports high schools and teachers in their efforts to launch and expand lab-centered, inquiry-based life science curricula in the school. Each year, MassBioEd awards a recipient school $5,000 to purchase equipment and supplies for life sciences programming. The award is supported by the Boger Family Foundation, and in 2012 was named in honor of Dr. Joshua Boger to recognize his sustained commitment to excellence in the science education. Dr. Boger was the founder of Veritex Pharmaceuticals and a pioneer in this region's industry and is recognized as a champion for science education. Schools in the programming for this are evaluated on the depth and breadth of the science educational programs, the effective application of biotech's curriculum, and for innovative biotechnology education and career programming to foster curiosity and inspire students' interest in life science careers. Through collaborations with East Boston High School teachers, with MassBioEd, Armageddon Biotech Experience, Veritex, and BioBuilder, and with grant support from MLSC totaling over $350,000, East Boston High School has built and recognized a biotechnology CTE pathway that includes a state-of-the-art biotechnology lab, professional development in biotechnology to teachers in the biology department, externships for East Boston High School's pathway teachers, and internships for students that attend the school. And because of these diverse and supportive partnerships, the East Boston High School Biotechnology CTE pathway can incorporate a comprehensive array of labs to teach students the skills necessary to ensure success in college and future careers in the life science industry. Students in the Biotechnology Pathway Program take Biotechnology 1 in the spring of their junior year. In this class, students learn how to make solutions, micropet, conduct gel electrophoresis, PCR, and bacterial cell planting and transformation. Most of the labs are completed from MassBioEd and the Amgen Biotech experience. Over the summer, students are placed in internships around the city. Companies such as Veritex, Enzyme, Indigo, and MGH. They then complete their pathways by taking Biotechnology 2 in their senior year. During this second course, students are supported as they apply to college and continue their biotechnology education in the BioBuilder curriculum, and conducting advanced protein-based labs such as ELISA, protein qualification by Bradford, and electrophoresis, the SDS page. For a community like East Boston, in the midst of a global pandemic, pathways like this not only provide students in the community with career and academic opportunities, but it's also an investment in the future. A future of this Commonwealth, providing the minds and resources to address this public health crisis. I am so very proud of the students, the educators, and East Boston High School as a whole for their commitment to science and life sciences. Congratulations on this award, and go Jets.
Hi, I'm Adrian Maduro, the state representative for East Boston. I'm so excited to join you today as we celebrate East Boston High School being recognized by MassBioEd with the Joshua Berger Innovative School of the Year Award for their incredible efforts in making STEM interesting and accessible to all. East Boston is an immigrant, majority minority community, which is reflected in the student body at East Boston High School. We know that communities of color have historically been underrepresented in STEM, and East High has worked very hard to change that narrative. I'm proud of Principal Phil Brangiaforti and the team at East Boston High School for building partnerships and making investments in their students that help combat the opportunity gap in the STEM field. East High, through the support of MassBio and other partners, has shown great dedication to engaging all students in hands-on learning experiences in the life sciences. Students are exposed to modern biotechnology labs, have increased access to career exploration and paid internships in life sciences companies. For example, East Boston High School has incorporated biotechnology labs into all levels of biology and expanded access to authentic life science activities and careers to all students. Equally important is the high school's efforts to create resources and projects that draw on the students' backgrounds and adjust the scientific content to reflect culturally relevant and inclusive topics. From the activities focused on sickle cell anemia to the anti-racism project about the biology of skin color, their work demonstrates the school's commitment to its students and desire to inspire youth to love science and see themselves as scientists. In fact, over the years, East Boston High School's biotech program has grown into a fully developed and comprehensive career technical experience pathway and has served as a model to expand biotechnology pathways and programs across the Boston Public School District. These investments break down barriers, inspire our youth, and help diversify the life sciences. By exposing students to rigorous, authentic STEM experiences, we can help eliminate the opportunity gap that so many of our students deal with. I'm grateful for the investment partner organizations have made in our students, and I'm proud of the hard work done by the dedicated staff at East Boston High School to make this all possible. Congratulations to the East Boston High School community on the well-deserved Joshua Berger Innovative School of the Year Award. Thank you.
On behalf of myself, Philip Brangiaforti, headmaster of East Boston High School, Ms. Blanco, our assistant headmaster, Ms. Dillingham, our science director, East Boston High School, our entire East Boston High School community, and of course, our incredible science team. We are humbled and honored to accept the 2019 BioTeach Innovative School of the Year Award. Over the years, East Boston High School has built a recognized biotechnology CTE pathway in collaboration with Massachusetts Life Science Center, MassBioEd, Amgen Biotech Experience, Vertex, and BioBuilder. MassBioEd has been instrumental partnering with East Boston High School and MLSC to support grant initiatives totaling over $288,000, With this money, we have built a state-of-the-art biotechnology lab, integrated biotechnology into our biology classes, and offered professional development in biotechnology to teachers in the biology department. In 2019, MassBioEd, East Boston High School, and the BPS District CTE Pathway team collaborated to write a grant to MLSC that awarded over $426,000 to Boston Public Schools to expand our model across the district. Again, we are humbled and honored to receive this award. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Julia Olszewski-Jubileer. I've been teaching biology at East Boston High School to English language learners for the past 5 years. Our science department has worked hard to obtain funding and develop initiatives that expose all of our students to biotechnology. Thanks to the trainings funded by MassBioEd, such as summer externships for our teachers, workshops on synthetic biology, bioscan, Wolbachia, PTC-PCR, and algae balls, all of the biology teachers at our school now have engaging and rigorous labs to bring back to our classrooms. Mr. Brangiaforti has already mentioned our biotechnology pathway. As a teacher of English language learners, I have seen my students start their education in the United States in my classroom, and within a few short years, be in the biotechnology pathway, running PCRs and doing bacterial transformations. In the past few years, the biology teachers of East Boston High School have been working as a team to revamp our standard biology curriculum to include more biotechnology. Last year, we received an award from EdVestors to help support us in developing this new curriculum. We wrote this curriculum as a department, bringing together the perspectives and expertise of teachers who teach honors biology, sheltered English immersion biology, and special education biology. I was lucky enough to lead the team as the project manager and writer. Andrew Feist, Taylor Shilley, George DeGregorio, John Menkins, and Cassandra Bloss all worked as curriculum writers. Brad Lepak and Denise Popolo served as advisors to ensure that this new curriculum aligned with the biotechnology pathway. Thanks to the hours put in by all of these teachers after school, on weekends, and even during virtual meetings once the pandemic started, we were able to develop and pilot a curriculum that included 3 biotechnology experiments based on MassBioEd labs. These experiments teach the students modern laboratory skills, including micropipetting, gel electrophoresis, bacterial streaking and incubation, PCR, and restriction enzyme digests. I again want to recognize all of the work that the biology teachers here at East Boston High School have done to bring experiments to our students. This work shows our commitment to our students and our desire to inspire our students to love science as much as we do. Thank you.
It's been great to work to adapt these high-level labs and see my English learners thrive doing biotech, and to send the message that biotech isn't just something that belongs in APs or electives, that we have high rigor and expectations in all of our science classes is a really powerful message, and is what our students deserve. So thanks, MassBioEd, for helping us accomplish that.
Thank you.
Thank you, MassBioEd.
Thank you to the Biotechnology Department and Headmaster, Mr. Philip Brangafort at East Boston High School for your work in advancing biotechnology education. We look forward to continuing to work together to inspire generations of students to pursue careers in science. I am thrilled to now turn it over to Bill Seibold, Chief Executive Officer of Sanofi Genzyme, and Robert Coughlin, Chief Executive Officer of MassBio, to present the 2020 Henry A. Tamir Educator of the Year Award.
Hi, I'm Bill Seibold, head of Sanofi Genzyme and president of Sanofi North America. I'm proud to say a few words today on the Henry A. Tamir Educator Grant Program for MassBioEd. MassBioEd has been proud to be a trustee of the Henry A. Tamir Tribute over the past few years. While this award was named in honor of Henry a few years ago, its origins really go back decades to Henry's early days as CEO of Genzyme. It was always Henry's belief that Genzyme's growth and success couldn't happen anywhere else in the world other than Massachusetts. The innovation and talent in Boston and Cambridge was as important as the science, and it was therefore our responsibility to foster this innovation and talent. Henry created a number of programs at Genzyme to invest back into our communities to support science education for both teachers and students. Many of these programs that started under Henry's leadership continue today, over 20 years later. And as chair of the committee that oversees our community relations program, it is truly one of the best parts of my job. Under MassBioEd's guidance, the Henry A. Tremere Educator Grant Award will not only grant much needed funding for new equipment, but really shine a light on the best practices in our schools to foster innovation in the next generation of scientists and leaders of this world-class innovation center here in Massachusetts. It is now my pleasure to introduce Bob Coughlin, the president and CEO of MassBio, who will introduce this year's award recipient. There's no bigger champion about the promise of our industry than Bob Coughlin. He not only champions the biotech companies in Massachusetts, but more importantly, the science and solution these companies are working on. Because at the end of the day, this is what will change the lives of patients. Over to you, Bob.
Good evening. I'm Bob Coughlin. As a board member of MassBioEd and the president and CEO of the Massachusetts Biotechnology Council, I am thrilled to participate in this year's Champions event by presenting the Champion Educator of the Year Award. Before I present the award, I want to recognize that this is the second year that MassBioEd's Champion Educator of the Year is supported by the Henry A. Tremere Teacher Grant, as you just heard about from Bill. The teacher awardee receives a $2,500 grant funded by the Henry Tremere Foundation that can be used to purchase equipment and supplies for the life sciences education programs. Everybody who knew Henry knew that there would not be a biotech industry without Henry, so that's why this is such an important award, and I'm so excited to present MassBioEd's Educator of the Year Award to Sarah Goldberg, a biotechnology instructor at New Mission High School, which is part of the Boston Public Schools. Sarah was unanimously selected by the Tremere Foundation Committee for this award. Sarah's work is remarkable in really changing the lives of students by introducing biotechnology education into the school. Sarah developed and launched a new career technical experience pathway in biotechnology at New Mission High School. She also helped to write a grant that Boston Public Schools was awarded by the Massachusetts Life Science Center to bring biotechnology in MassBioEd's BioTeach program to the district. This included $400,000 of equipment and training to 10 different Boston high schools. Sarah has worked with MassBioEd for the past 2 summers as a co-developer of curriculum and resources for a biotechnology course that is freely available to any teacher, anywhere, through MassBioEd. Outside of school, Sarah is planning a science fair to get students engaged through the design of their own project. She also started an art and science program to encourage students more interested in art to engage in biotechnology. What is remarkable about Sarah is that she is changing the dynamic at New Mission High School to increase the number of students going on to college to study science. 95% of the students at New Mission High are Black and Latinx, and over 50% are economically disadvantaged. Sarah's goals of the biotechnology program are to expose students early to opportunities in laboratory research, as well as increase diversity of those who end up in STEM fields. Students told Sarah that they enjoyed being treated like real scientists and actually performing experiments in areas that they're studying. Sarah has collaborated with Tufts University and MassBioEd to develop a series of dialogues on identity in science and how to develop a more diverse STEM workforce. I'm going to read this quote from New Mission Science Department Chair. Ms. Goldberg has provided the students at New Mission with a tremendous opportunity that they would not have had without her. She has opened the doors to many students interested in studying biotechnology at a 2- or 4-year college level. Historically, The majority of our student body enters college with a social science, business, or non-declared major simply because that is what they've been exposed to. The project-based biotechnology courses, the field trips, the guest speakers, and the internships that Sarah has provided to the students at New Mission has sparked interest in the sciences and motivated more students to enter biology and technology-related fields of study. What tells the story better than that? Please join me in congratulating Sarah Goldberg on being awarded MassBioEd's 2020 Champion Educator of the Year, supported by the Henry A. Tamir Teacher Grant. Congratulations, Sarah.
Hi, my name is Sarah Goldberg. I am the biotechnology teacher at New Mission High School, which is a small public pilot school that is a part of BPS. And I am humbled and honored to have been named the MassBioEd 2020 Champion for Biotechnology Education Teacher Awardee. I never imagined I would be receiving such an award this early in my teaching career, but I am grateful for the recognition of the work I put into the biotech program at New Mission. None of what was accomplished last year would have happened without the assistance of MassBioEd and the BioTeach team. Little did I know how connected we would become when I was told in the summer of 2019 to email Michelle, and they haven't been able to get rid of me ever since. But truly, BioTeach has been a critical partner in the success of our program at New Mission, providing labs and reagents, collaborating to develop curriculum, helping to bring in speakers and arrange field trips, and also moral support and encouragement of me in my practice. This ongoing relationship greatly improves the quality of our coursework and the experiences that my students can take with them as they move on to higher education and hopefully careers in science. I would also like to thank other important contributors to the biotech program and my teaching practice. I would first like to thank Don Keeley, Ravi Singh, and the admin at New Mission High School for support regarding all of the logistics of getting the program up and running last year. The faculty at New Mission for helping me to grow in my teaching practice, Bruce Wentworth of Dyne Therapeutics for providing an industry perspective to the program at PAC meetings, the Career Technical Educational Program for providing program funds and resources, my students for making me laugh, smile, and inspiring me to log on to Zoom each day, my family and partner Patrick for the emotional support required to get through the first year of teaching. Finally, I would also like to thank all of you for your generous support of this fantastic organization that has helped many science and biotechnology programs like mine at New Mission. Looking back at all the hard work from last year, I am excited to say that we are now in year 2 of the program, with our first cohort moving on to Biotechnology 2, plus a new cohort of Biotechnology 1 students. Many of the students enrolling in high school biotechnology programs plan to pursue a career in science and science in college. Participating in these programs will increase their confidence and comfort in their science courses, specifically in content, lab work, and engaging with scientific literature. The lab skills that they leave the program with also give them an advantage in getting internships and work studies in labs. My students express to me that they are engaged with what they learn in biotechnology because it is closer to the work of actual scientists. Bringing this authenticity to science education is a major part of the reason I moved from the lab to the classroom. It brings me so much joy to see how my students completely transform when they put on that lab coat and have a micropipette in hand. But most importantly, the program provides a space for the students to develop their identities as scientists and see themselves in the field, which is the current focus of the work I am doing with BioTeach and Jonathan Garlick of Tufts University. The students in my classes are mostly Black and Latino, which are populations that are often not reflected in the scientific community. I truly believe that providing experiences early on that are authentic to the nature of lab research, in combination with exploring how they see themselves in science, will not only make for better scientists, but also increase the retention of those entering STEM fields from all backgrounds. With diversity comes new perspectives and fresh minds that will be able to come up with the solutions that society is looking to scientific research for in these challenging times. This is why the work of programs like ours and others that work with MassBioEd are so important. Not just in developing knowledge and skills, but so that all students, no matter their background, can not only see themselves in science, but that they can thrive and succeed. None of this work would be possible without the support of amazing programs like MassBioEd's BioTeach, who are making these resources, opportunities, and training accessible to schools and teachers. For all of this and more, I am eternally grateful to you. Think the world of you and look forward to our continued partnership. Thank you again, and I'm honored to accept this award.
MassBioEd is proud to work with great teachers like Sarah. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to empowering diverse STEM learners. We are excited to see the program continue and develop at New Mission High School with your leadership. It is now my honor to introduce Secretary of Labor and Workforce Development, Rosalind Acosta, to present the 2020 Champion Organization Award.
I am pleased to present the 2020 Champions Organization Award to Biogen, which has its global corporate headquarters right here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. This award is being given to recognize Biogen's commitment to advancing innovative science and continuing to expand their efforts in STEM educational programming. This is a cause that is near and dear to my heart. When it comes to advancing opportunities for women and people of color, intentionality is key. Not just aspirations of diversity and inclusion, but clear and defined plans that meet clear and defined goals for promoting women and people of color in the workforce. This is especially important when it comes to STEM jobs. Adjusted for population, Massachusetts has more STEM jobs than any other state in the country, but we still have some substantial disparities between who accesses those good paying jobs. I'm glad to see that Biogen is making good on their aspirations for better opportunities in STEM through a series of plans, including the STAR Initiative, which stands for Science, Teacher Support, Access and Readiness, and is contributing $10 million over 4 years to support the equity gaps in access to STEM education in Cambridge and Somerville. The Mass General Youth Neurology Education and Research Program, where they engage with youth from communities underrepresented in neurology. Participation in Project On-Ramp, coordinated through MassBio, MassBioEd, Mass Life Sciences Center, and Life Science Cares to connect passionate, high-achieving four-year college students with paid internships of up to 12 weeks. And the Community Lab, which has served over 55,000 students, including those from historically underserved and underrepresented communities. Congratulations to Biogen for receiving the Champions Award. As part of the MassBioEd 2020 Champions for Biotechnology Education Awards, we look forward to seeing what's next as you continue to help make biotechnology education in our state more inclusive for underserved and underrepresented communities, to build a sustainable life sciences workforce and ensure that our state's life sciences sector remains one of the best in the world.
Thank you, Secretary Acosta, for that humbling introduction. As an employer headquartered in Massachusetts with over 2,500 employees located here, we are grateful for the work you do across the Commonwealth to ensure that the opportunities in the STEM workforce also involve women and those from underserved and underrepresented communities. And we are especially grateful to MassBioEd and the long-standing collaboration we've had with MassBio over the years. I'm Chris Leidman, Senior Vice President of Value and Access at Biogen, and I'm proud to serve on the board of MassBio. At Biogen, our mission is to transform patient lives by pioneering and leading in neuroscience. We pride ourselves on employing some of the best and brightest in the life sciences industry. And to enable future success, we must ensure as leaders that we continue to build the intentional talent pipeline and we provide students with opportunities to succeed. Our strong commitment to STEM education is to promote equitable access to students who have the passion for this work in saving lives. For example, we are a supporter of MassBio's Project On-Ramp and also have partnerships with many historical Black colleges and universities, or HBCUs, to encourage internships and hiring. This year, we welcomed our first cohort of HBCU interns, as well as a neurodiverse interns. Our flagship program has been our longstanding community labs in both Cambridge and RTP, North Carolina. Since 2002, we have served over 56,000 students to help transform them into the scientific leaders of tomorrow. Most students we work with come from backgrounds that are underrepresented in STEM careers. Most recently, we collaborated with Lemelson MIT to bring our hands-on science curriculum to 100% virtual. In fact, this summer, 400 students participated in our first ever virtual community lab. We also supplied students with laptops and Wi-Fi access if it was needed. This virtual learning continues this fall and will be offered well into 2021 with expanded access to key communities around the globe. We are truly thankful for the recognition of our work, and I would like to now turn it over to Kate Dawson, who is the Senior Vice President of our Therapeutics Development Unit and also the Chair of our Biogen Foundation. The work of the Biogen Foundation is invaluable in advancing access to science, education, and sparking curiosity in biotechnology and STEM. Welcome, Kate.
Thank you, Chris, and good evening, everyone. As the chair of the Biogen Foundation, I can say that we are incredibly honored by this award and recognition. The Biogen Foundation is passionate about harnessing the power of science to benefit humanity through advancing science education and caring deeply about our neighbors in need in the communities where we live and work. We are committed to sparking passion for science and discovery, supporting effective science education initiatives, and strengthening efforts to make science education and science careers accessible to diverse populations. We want to inspire the next generation of scientists who will make the world a better place. To this end, the Biogen Foundation launched the STAR Initiative to provide access to STEM education and address STEM equity disparities across Cambridge and Somerville. Collaborating through a coordinated ecosystem of 6 nonprofit organizations, STAR's focus is to help low-income and underrepresented students develop and sustain their interest in STEM subjects through out-of-school time, mentorship, and career explorations. Through this purpose-driven initiative, Biogen has been able to make an impact on over 3,000 students in just 2 years. We know that 2020 has been and remains a challenging year, and we are grateful for the ongoing commitment of our STAR partners as they continue to provide on-the-ground support and meet the needs of the many students we serve. This year, the foundation also launched the first youth neurology program with MGH, inspiring students in the field of neuroscience. We provided educational and research opportunities to 31 female, Black, Latinx, American Indian, and low-income youth across the Commonwealth. Once again, we would like to thank MassBio and the MassBioEd for this distinguished honor. We firmly believe that through science, young people have the ability to change the world. If we can inspire students to embrace their innate curiosity, they can achieve great things. Our work across Biogen and the Biogen Foundation is more important now than ever, and our commitment continues. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate and Chris. We are proud to recognize Biogen for its long-standing support of STEM education and so grateful for your efforts to engage students in learning that is critical to building a diverse and talented life sciences workforce. Our final award tonight is the first Henry A. Tamir Student Scholarship Award. I am delighted to introduce Belinda Tamir, co-founder of the Tamir Foundation, to present this award.
I am pleased to present the first Henry A. Tamir Student Scholarship Award to Camilla Wendorf, a student who has demonstrated academic excellence, a commitment to pursuing studies in biotechnology, and mentorship to other girls and women to further their interest in STEM education. This award recognizes an outstanding student with demonstrated interest in the life sciences. Camilla's passion for furthering her career in the life sciences and her dedication to fostering the interest and encouragement of other girls and young women in STEM is remarkable. Camilla is from Brazil and has a strong interest in cancer research, immunology, and animal plant biology. She plans to go to graduate school to study epigenetics to improve and develop new treatments for numerous diseases. This past fall, Camilla transferred from Mass Bay Community College, a college with an internationally renowned biotechnology program, and that provides excellent support for international students, to Framingham State University, with state-of-the-art new laboratories positioned closely to Mass Bay. Camilla is a diligent student who is always trying to improve her science lab skills as well as her soft skills. She is very bright and driven. Despite the obstacles of being an international student at a US institution, she is very personable and well-liked by her professors and peers. At Mass Bay, she served as a student assistant in the STEM Starter Academy program, where she conducted presentations to high school students about her work in the biotech program, engaged students in hands-on STEM activities, and represented the STEM division at community events such as STEM expos and science fairs. Camilla was also enrolled in the STEM mentor program, where she was paired with the head of clinical programs at Synlogic and the director of bioprocess analytics at Sanofi R&D. Among these professionals and her professors, such as Dr. Singh, she was provided with examples for how to continue her dream as a woman and first-generation immigrant to research cancer. Please join me in congratulating Camilla. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nirmal Singh. I am the Biotech Chair at Mass Bay Community College. I am thrilled and humbled that one of our Biotech students, Camilla Wendorf, has been selected for this prestigious Henry Termer Student Scholarship Award by MassBioEd. I have known Camilla for the past 2 years. Camilla is an outstanding research-motivated student, and she is interested in pursuing cutting-edge research in cancer biology. Camilla, while she was here at Mass Bay Community College, she used to spend a lot of time in our biotech lab to complete research-based projects and help other students. I congratulate her on this distinction. She truly deserves it. I wish all the best to Camilla and a very successful research career. Also, I want to thank MassBioEd for giving this honor to our biotech students. Congratulations, Camilla. And thank you so much, MassBioEd, for supporting biotechnology and supporting our student at Mass Bay Community College.
Hello, everyone. I want to start by saying how honored I feel to be the first recipient of the Erie Air Premier Scholarship. And I wouldn't be here today without Dr. Singh and Valerie's Kaplo's help. I'm extremely grateful for, have their guidance through my academic career at MSBA. I want to dedicate this award to my parents for their infinite support, and to my grandmother, who is for sure watching this with a bucket of popcorn in heaven right now. And it is very exciting for me, and I feel extremely thankful to be able to talk about something so important for me to the scientific community in Massachusetts. What I want to talk about today is being a woman in the STEM field. In my college career, I've been through situations where I would get judgmental looks when I told people I was studying biotechnology. I've been downlooked and sometimes underrated. I've heard I don't look smart enough to pull it off, and that in the future I'll become an obscene mother because of the way my career would shape my days. And those comments made me doubt myself and my capability of becoming a good researcher one day. And I thought with myself, if I feel like that as an undergraduate, how would I feel if I was actually a professional working in the field? So I talked to some very professional women in the STEM field, engineers, scientists, doctors, and then I learned about the different pays you get based on your gender, and how some companies would prefer hire men because they don't require maternity leave. And all of that made me feel a little discouraged. Was when I listened to their life stories that I got really inspired to keep going where I'm going right now. And I learned from my mentor, Marina Rincapi, and from one of my good friends, Hillary Forster, that we have to try to overcome our greatest fears. And if biotech is really my passion, I should be able to do so. Both of them had to face disabilities and raising kids by themselves as single mothers, and having their passion for science as their only motivation. And that made me realize that women do belong in the STEM field, and that under every woman wearing a lab coat or a helmet, there is, compromise and a victory history ignited by a dream. And one day I just hope to really inspire young women like I was inspired by them.
Thank you, Camilla. We are proud to honor you with the first Henry A. Tamir Student Scholarship and look forward to watching your continued achievements. Please join me in congratulating the 2020 champions for biotechnology education once more. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for your commitment to building and sustaining the life sciences workforce. Have a great night.